Alright you guys, ZFR back here, and this is going to be a very important video for me as a Star Wars fan and just as a person that really enjoys entertainment and stuff. This is going to be an important video for me because I've been wanting to get this off my chest for a while. But before I get into my rant, let me just throw it out there that the reason there is no face cam in this video is because I'm having technical difficulties with it right now, so sorry about that. But anyway, that doesn't matter. Getting into this video, so obviously, unless you've been living under a rock, I'm sure you've heard something about all of the hate going on for Star Wars The Last Jedi. The Star Wars fans, the heavy Star Wars fans, just did not like the movie. They did not enjoy it. People have been complaining about, people want all the people that were over this movie gone. They want Rian Johnson gone. They want Kathleen Kennedy gone. And people are getting pissy with the cast and stuff, or at least some of them. People, like, stuff has come out about Mark Hamill and everything. You know, there's just been a whole bunch of drama surrounding Star Wars for the past couple months since this movie came out. And it's not getting better. It's not getting better at all. And one of the things that has pissed a lot of Star Wars fans off and has pissed a lot of people off is that the directors refuse to they refuse to admit that there's something wrong with this movie. Rian Johnson refuses to just admit that there may have been a few things he could have done better in this movie. Which, I get it. He's an entertainer. He's a creator. He's defending his work. You know, every creator wants to do that. But when you can't accept any criticism, there's a problem. And then you have Kathleen Kennedy out here with all of these extremists, that's right, not feminists, but extremist statements. Like, I mean, I don't know what the heck's going on. You have them talking about strong female characters and everything, which I'll get into that in a second. There are no strong female characters in The Last Jedi. Stop. And I will get into that and explain that in just a second. You have all this about strong female characters. You have J.J. Abrams. I think he was the one that said way back that if you didn't like this movie, you're offended by strong female characters and stuff like that. You have Kathleen Kennedy saying the Force is female and all of this other stuff. Rian Johnson saying stuff like, we need less white dudes in Star Wars and everything. I'm just sitting here like, what the hell is going on with these people? And let me just take a second to get to the point of this video for the people who don't want to stick around for everything else. These people just keep missing the point. Kathleen Kennedy, J.J. Abrams, because he's open, he didn't really have anything to do with this movie, but he opened his mouth and put himself in this situation. And then, J.J. Abrams, Kathleen Kennedy, and Rian Johnson, they don't get it. They do not get it. People aren't even mad about the movie anymore. Star Wars fans are not even upset about the movie anymore. It's not even about the movie at this point. It's about the fact that you have shown us your true colors. It's about the fact that we have voiced our opinions to you, that we've voiced our concerns and everything, and you practically just laughed in our face and told us that we don't know what we're talking about, you're going to do what you want anyway. That's the problem people have with the new Star Wars. That's the problem people have coming out of this movie, is the reaction that the people over the movie have had to the fans. That they've been disrespectful. They have, no matter how you put it. And some people are going to say, oh, you all are a bunch of grown men crying over a movie, get over it. No, it's not even like that. Like, this Star Wars is one of the biggest franchises out there, right? It's one of the biggest franchises out there. We all enjoyed it. A lot of us grew up on it. Even if you weren't around like when the originals came out, you know, plenty of generations of people have grown up on Star Wars. They come in and they change Star Wars, and no one has a problem with that. Just let's throw that out there, because people have been trying to chalk it up to people, they just want the same movie over and over again. That's not true at all. I'm debunking that. Everyone has already debunked that, all the real Star Wars fans, but I'm going to add on to it. No one cares that the movie is different. Alright, no one cares that this is a different Star Wars than we're used to. That doesn't bother anybody. That probably excites people. But everyone cares that you change it and then it's bad. If you're going to change it, do it good. like give us something good. Don't take something great and make it worse. Take something great and make it great. Greater. We don't want worse. And I'm just going to kind of get into the bigger rant part of the video of all the problems that people have with The Last Jedi. Luke Skywalker, completely disrespected in this movie. And don't get me wrong, I don't even necessarily think that there was anything wrong with the direction they tried to go in with Luke. I don't think there was anything wrong with it. I think the execution was horrible. It was lame. I don't see how you made some of the mistakes you did with that character in this movie. So first off, people were upset that he tried to kill Kylo, right? People were upset that he tried to kill his nephew, or that he even thought about it. And yes, the way they present was nice, but there wasn't enough context to that scene. You should have told us why Luke, the guy who took the time to save Darth Vader, one of the most evil men in the galaxy, his father, why he took the time to save him, but he didn't stop to think, maybe I should try to reason with my little nephew. You should have explained that a little bit more. All you had to do was say something like, he looked inside of Kylo's mind and saw an evil greater than Vader could have ever been capable of, or something like that. Something along those lines. All you had to do was give us a little bit of context to why he went to such an extreme so fast. But no, you just have him try to kill him, and it's just like, what? Anyway, even if you can get past that, because I don't even think that's too bad, because like I said, with a little bit of context, that scene could easily be made to work a little bit better. But moving past that, then you get towards the end of the movie, and we all think that Luke is going to have this big, great showdown with Kylo Ren, but no. Kylo swings, Luke dodges twice, and then the third swing, Luke is gone. It was a force projection and everything. Then Luke dies anyway. Didn't make any sense. Horrible writing right here. And let me explain why. This is Luke Skywalker, one of the biggest characters in all of entertainment. If you were going to kill him, and don't give me no crap about there was no way anyone could really give a death that really blew everyone away. No, that is complete BS. It didn't need to be a death that blew everyone away. It didn't need to be this perfect death for this perfect character or anything. It just needed to be a little bit more, I don't know, respectful. A little bit more honorable, I guess. Like, when I look at the death, at Luke Skywalker's death, I'm just like, what was the point of everything that just happened before that? If he was going to die anyway, why didn't he really go down to the planet or lift his little X-Wing or whatever out of the water, or catch a ride with Chewie and Rey? Why didn't he just go down there himself and do all that and then die? Why on earth do we have Luke Skywalker do this whole complicated thing where he force projects himself across the galaxy, which was cool? But there's no point in it if you're just going to have him die right after that. You might as well have brought him there and have him show off some cool ability. The best Luke Skywalker scene I've seen so far, or like the best remix Luke Skywalker scene I've seen from The Last Jedi, actually comes from the how it's a ended YouTube channel. If you watch that video, that Luke Skywalker moment towards the end, the way they remixed that was amazing. All right, that's sad that that little video did a better job and impressed more fans than the actual movie did. And people out here are trying to say that people who hate The Last Jedi are not real fans or anything. No, if you love The Last Jedi, you're not a real fan. No, I'm not gonna go that far. But come on, like, I mean, there are reasons to hate this movie, okay? Like, there are reasons to dislike this movie, big ones. And that brings me to our next point is Rey. Rey is a character I was more pissed about Rey than I was Luke in this movie. And that's saying a lot because Luke Skywalker was a big deal, but Rey really pissed me off because after The Force Awakens, I was really excited to see where Rey's character went, what they did with her. I was really excited to see what would happen, but nothing happened with her in this movie. She learned how to move rocks. She learned how to move rocks. That is the only character development I can really say came from Rey throughout this entire movie. The rest of the movie was her giving a failed attempt to bring Kylo over to the light side. That's all she had in this movie, and it pissed me off. It pissed me off. The Force Awakens set her character up so well, in my opinion. I know a lot of people didn't like Force Awakens, but I actually liked the movie. And even after this one, I still like Force Awakens. I thought Force Awakens was a pretty good Star Wars movie. I would even put it up there in my top 3. Right? Like, I mean, and I know that's a big statement, but I would. Because I've really enjoyed the way they set everything up. I thought they did a good job of introducing the new characters and getting us somewhat intrigued in them. Even though a lot of people didn't like Han Solo's death. And even though it probably could have been done differently, I thought it was still a pretty good death compared to the fact that they had been utilizing him throughout the entire movie. And they gave him a role at least. That he actually got to do something. I mean, compared to Luke, Han had way more than Luke did, in my opinion. He got way more in this new trilogy than Luke. And then Rey at the end, you had her set up so well. Everyone was so interested in what her backstory was going to be, what her lineage is, and that's still up for question because a lot of people believe that Kylo was lying to her, and I still do too. That was one good thing they might still have to work on with this next movie coming up. But ultimately in this movie, Rey kind of didn't go anywhere. They didn't do anything with her. And it was disappointing. It really was. We didn't get to see her train with Luke at all. She was just powerful. And in the book, they explain it as Rey got more powerful. She got all of Kylo Ren's powers through her little force visions with him. And that's absolute BS, lazy writing. Why would you write her like that? If that is not a strong female character, this is where I get pissed off every time I hear Kathleen Kennedy or Rian Johnson or J.J. Abrams talking about strong female characters. There is not one single strong female character in this movie, unless you count Maz Kanata, and she was in it for like 10 seconds. That's the only one I can think of. And Leia. Yeah, I forgot about Leia. She's still a strong female character. But that's only because we've seen her in the past and we know she's a strong female character because she was written well in the original trilogy. If we were just basing her off of this, she would be okay. Like she would still be a decent female character. But as for everyone else, like, no, like, Rey is powerful for no reason. Instead of doing what a good writer would have done and building her up to everyone else's level, building her up to the level of Kylo Ren and the Praetorian Guards, building her up to where she could have fought them, having her train with Luke and earn all that power. No, she's just powerful for no reason. you absolutely ruin the audience's chance to really get to like that character, to really watch that character go on a journey and earn their respect. She didn't get it. That's why so many people don't like Rey. You haven't even given them a chance. You haven't even given her a chance to earn the Star Wars fandom's respect. You haven't given her a chance. All we've seen so far from her is her being powerful for no reason. That's not how it worked with Luke. That's not how it worked with Anakin. It took them years to get where they were. In this movie, it feels like Rey is just as powerful as like freaking Kylo, maybe as Luke, as the Praetorian Guards, and she just started using a lightsaber like a couple days ago. That's what it feels like. So yeah, that's the problem a lot of people have with Rey. And then you have, I forget her name, General Holdo, was that it? The chick with the purple hair. She's only in the movie as a outright feminist message. That's all she really is in this movie. That is the only reason she is in this movie, to promote feminism. And it's sad because it could have been a good character. I'm sure the actor is great. I'm sure the actor is an amazing person. But she was handed an absolutely shit role in a shit movie, in my opinion. I mean, why did you have to make Poe look like some arrogant asshole in order to make this character look good? See, this is my problem with the way they're writing these characters. It seems like you have to make everyone else look worse in order to make certain characters look better, when really you're not making them look better. They're just there, but they only look like the better character or whatever. They only look like the smarter character, or however you want to put it, because you've made everyone else so stupid. You've lowered everyone else down on a scale. Whereas you should have everyone else higher than these characters. Poe should have been a more likable character in this movie, and you should have written the script in a way to where people ended up liking Holdo more than Poe by the end of the movie, despite him already having a lot of fans excited about his character, having a lot of fans love his character. You should have written Holdo in a way where she earns that respect like he did, instead of making him the bad guy in this situation. And the problem with this is, if this looked just like a normal, I don't know, disagreements in leadership, them butting heads or whatever, okay, that's one thing. But no, the way they presented it in the movie was, I'm a woman, I'm smarter, you're just some gun-happy guy who's just ready to go off and fight and all this, and you're arrogant and everything, blah, blah, blah. It was like a bunch of hate speech towards men. It was like feminist at its most extreme. Like feminism at an extreme level, and that's why so many people hate that character. That's why so many people refuse to even give that character a chance. And they always will. That character will go down as one of the most hated characters in Star Wars because of that. You didn't even give... It's the same thing with Rey. You didn't give that character a chance to earn anyone's respect. Then you have Rose. I'm not even going to spend that much time on Rose, because what's the point? Like, it's the same story. You didn't give us anything for her to earn our respect. Everything she did in this movie, along with Finn, was useless. Like, those characters did nothing in this movie except be useless. Every single plot or mission they had to go on was a failure. In the movie, all they did was fail all movie long. And it was like, what? Can we get one win for these characters? It's like, Finn almost got one when he sacrificed himself, but Rose stopped that. Which I'm glad, because I didn't want Finn to die, because I feel like we haven't gotten enough from him yet. But at the same time, like, why are we even doing this Finn sacrificing scene? Only to, like, just have it stopped a second later for a completely dumbass reason. It's stupid. Like, it doesn't make any sense, and it's irritating. But yeah, like, the movie is just that's all I can really say about the movie for now. I don't want to rant on the actual movie too much, because like I said, at this point, it's not even about the movie anymore. It's about the fact that everything I just said, everything I just noted down, no matter how many Star Wars fans watch this video and agree with me, Rian Johnson, Kathleen Kennedy, and all those people who are over the movie, whatever, they're running it up there, they will all try to disregard everything that I have said in this movie. They won't even take it slightly serious. They will look at it as a joke. They will laugh. They look down upon their fans. They disrespect us. They make it clear. They continue to make these stupid statements that piss everyone off. They keep poking at the fans. They haven't learned their lesson. They keep instigating. It's insane. Like, I mean, in a lot of industries, like for this, you would lose business. And they are losing business, but it's Star Wars, so it's always going to be big enough to stay open, right? Like, so they don't have to worry about too much. But it's just it's sickening. Like, I think Kathleen Kennedy just announced that Star Wars in the future will have a female director. I saw a video about that from Geeks and Gamers, that statement from her. Let me just say it right off the bat, that statement is going to piss people off. Not because people don't want a female director in Star Wars, but because we're tired of all of this forced diversity. We are tired of forced diversity in Star Wars. You did it with The Last Jedi. The Last Jedi has to be one of the worst cases of forced diversity I've seen in Star Wars, like where they just try to force women to be strong characters but then fail at it anyway. It's terrifying. And then you have them doing the same thing in Solo. They promoted the main villain being a female, which is fine once again. And then you have this statement about Kathleen Kennedy saying Star Wars will have a female director in the future, which once again is fine. But the problem everyone has with it is we'll never really be sure if that person, if that actor or that director or whoever got the job because they were the best for the job. Because for all we know, they're only there because they're a woman, or they're black, or they're not white, or whatever. Like, that's forced diversity, and nobody wants that. Because you know why? Because when you do that, you miss out on people who might get it just a teeny bit more. You miss out on people who might know how to write the story just a little bit better. And that, in my opinion, is why we are where we are. These people are not fit to run Star Wars. And don't get me wrong, I know me saying all of this in this video will not change anything. They won't care. Like I said, if they see this video, they'll probably laugh at it. And they'll probably laugh at everyone in the comment section. They'll probably find a way to block me if I ever said anything on Twitter or whatever against the movie. They don't care. They're just going to try to cover it up as hate speech, and they're going to keep doing what they want. And I'm sad to say it, I really am, but they are going to destroy Star Wars, and there's nothing us as the fans can do about it. And that's really sad, because for the simple reason, because there's just too many people who aren't real Star Wars fans. Well, not I don't want to say that. I don't want to say they're not real Star Wars fans, but there are too many people who are extremely casual Star Wars fans that don't really care about Star Wars. They just watch it and they're like, it was okay. There are too many of them speaking and being heard over us, the people who invest extreme time into the Star Wars fandom, the people who go and see the movies however many times, the people who buy the action figures, or that buy the I forget what you call them, the little I guess they're still action figures, but you know what I'm trying to say, the little figures, like the big ones, the collector edition ones and stuff. The people who play the games and support Star Wars on any platform that's on. We're not being heard. We have our people speaking for us, and sadly there's not much we can do about that from what I see. We can keep trying, but even if we do make a change, we're not going to do it in time. They will have ruined Star Wars by then, by the time we make any change. And that's really sad for me to say as a Star Wars fan, but it's the truth. It is the sad, unfortunate truth. So anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It sounds kind of funny saying that after all of that, because it's not a fun video to make, but it's a video that needed to be made. In case you can't tell, I've been wanting to get this off my chest for a while. I was just gonna make a bunch of separate videos about all of this, to split up and make it not such a long video, but no, like, I'm just gonna get all out there now and get it over with. Star Wars The Last Jedi did break the fandom. Star Wars The Last Jedi is the first step to the end of Star Wars, in my opinion. And when I say the end of Star Wars, I don't mean as a franchise, I mean as what we know it as. So with that being said, guys, that's going to be it for this video. I'm not going to cover this anymore. Leave a like if you agreed with me, if you liked the video, or you thought some of my points were fair or whatever. If you're one of the people who think I'm just a hater and I'm being unfair, I'm being a crybaby or whatever, feel free to dislike the video. Do whatever you want. But either way, thank you so much for watching. If you really enjoyed, hit the subscribe button for more stuff like this. I'm going to be doing a rant on Star Wars Battlefront 2 soon, so make sure you keep your eyes open for that one. But anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. I will see you on the next one.